Hello there, many thanks for staying tuned to Superscreen Television. This is Superscreen News at 10, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Blessed Omonose. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has denied claims that the killings in Benue is the outcome of a planned agenda to eliminate the people. Osinbajo, who is in Benue on a 2-day working visit, disclosed this during a stakeholders meeting at the Benue's People Government House, Makurdi. He said the federal government is determined to prove such insinuation false by rebuilding all damaged communities in the country. The vice president also dismissed the religious colorations attached to the killings, saying persecutions have always been with Christians and it is the duty of Christians to stop it. The Joint Senate and House of Representatives had a committee investigating the invasion of the Senate chamber and the snatching of the maize has invited Senator Ove Omagege and Ali Idume. The lawmakers were invited over alleged roles in the attack on the Senate. The chairman of the committee, Bala Mbelton Allah, who announced the summons after a sitting by the panel, read out the synopsis of the letter to be sent to the senators. It pointed out that the testimonies given by various security personnel at the National Assembly complex before the panel had implicated Omagege and Ndume. He said Ndume is alleged to have prevented the maize keeper from taking away the maize to safety, while Omagege have entered the National Assembly accompanied by 7 persons who allegedly took the maize of the Senate during the plenary section on April 18th at about 11:30 a.m. President Muhammadu Buhari said since its inception in 2015, his administration has succeeded in recovering trillions of naira stolen by those he described as people without conscience. President Buhari disclosed this in his address at the inauguration of the new headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Abuja. President Buhari also admitted that anti-corruption war is not easy to fight because it affects different branches of national lives. He denied allegation that his government embarked on witch hunts in the fight against graft. The president called on legislature, which provides the legal framework for the anti-corruption war, to add more verve to the determination of the government to rid the nation of brazen corruption witnessed in recent years. Lawmakers representing Rivers State Senatorial District, Magnus Abe, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to intervene in the crisis rocking the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Rivers State. The lawmaker, who disclosed these to journalists in Abuja, advised President Buhari not to surrender the party to the whim and caprice of those he described as men without conscience.
This party cannot trade its soul to massage the ego of any individual. An order of court is an order of the court. There must be a limit to which we can descend in obeisance to power. A political party founded on the principle of change, modeled after a president who went to court 4 times because of his conviction and his belief in the rule of law, cannot turn around today at the instigation of one man to publicly, in front of the entire country, disobey an order of court. I respectfully call on our president not to surrender our nation and our party to men without conscience. This party must, I repeat, this party must distance itself from the show of shame that is currently going on in Rivers State.
Reacting to allegations of working with Governor Nyesom Wike to destabilize the party in Rivers State, Senator Abe denied this, saying Rivers citizens should be allowed to decide who will lead them.
People make very inconsistent claims. All along you have heard that, oh, why Senator Abe is doing this is because he says he must be governor. How will I go and work with, what will I be in Wike's government? Secretary to government? Or is Wike handing over his government to me? People should look at the facts on the ground and make informed decisions based on the actions of people and not based on rhetoric. We have a situation where leaders of the party were removed from their positions. Was that done by me to help the governor, or who did it? This is a senator whose contribution to this party nobody can dispute. But he was removed as a leader in his local government, not even in his senatorial district. Chief Orwell Oyeso, a known grassroots mobilizer in Rivers State, who was a senatorial leader, not a local government leader, was removed as a local government leader in favor of a former chairman of a local government council. Are these the actions of those who are fighting the governor and want APC to win elections? Let us not listen to what people are saying.
Lawmaker representing Rivers State Senatorial District, Senator Magnus Abe, speaking there. And still on politics, former Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole's decision to contest for the All Progressive Congress APC national chairmanship position has been greeted with reactions, while party faithfuls who spoke on the development described the move as a timely intervention. Others lauded the former governor's courage to vie for the position.
Before he declares intention, we have been begging him, because we know what, we are all aware, we all know what Oshomole did when he was a labor leader in this country. We know what Oshomole did when he was governor of Edo State. And I'm sure he's going to replicate this again at the national level.
Anybody who have known Oshomole as the immediate past governor of Edo State will always want to support him in this kind of endeavor.
We are going to work actively for him. I mean, as the congresses progress and we get to a point where all our executives are elected.
On his part, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Publicity Secretary in Edo State, believes the declaration and possible emergence of Oshomole as the APC national chairman would aid APC ability to reclaim power in 2019.
We are not interested in this chairmanship. What we say and what we know is that Oshomole becoming chairman of APC is the day President Buhari stops fighting corruption in Nigeria. And so, we wish them luck. And in fact, Oshomole's chairmanship will expose the incompetence of Oshomole, will expose the hypocrisy of APC, and then Nigerians will not have a fair choice to choose between a reborn, re-engineered, and stronger PDP or a wicked, corruption-leading APC headed by a corrupt government.
Edo State Publicity Secretary speaking there. A former governor of Old Kaduna State, Balarabe Musa, and a Second Republic lawmaker, Junaid Mohammed, has knocked the president, saying his administration had not done better on corruption than it did between 1983 and 1985. On his part, Junaid Mohammed said the president is being economical with the truth by saying corruption was the reason he was ousted in 1985. He also stressed that there were many issues in 1985 which Buhari does not want to admit, which are still germane till now. President Muhammadu Buhari, during the inauguration of the new corporate headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission in Abuja, Abuja said during his rule as military head of state, he was ousted from office and detained for 3 years for fighting corruption. A Fulani herdsman had been arrested for allegedly raping a 14-year-old girl in Amonfin community and Yoma Insu Onitsha local government area of Mboin State. Report says the victim, a student of Union Secondary School, Aguyi Isu, was taken to a medical facility for treatment after the assault. She said she had gone to the farm to get vegetables when she got accosted by the herdsman. He chased and used the back of his cutlass to hit and raped her. The chairman of Anyoma Insu community, Festus Wanchuku, confirmed this also condemned the activities of Fulani herdsmen in Amunfi and Yoma Insi community, describing it as a threat to the agricultural revolution of the state government. United Kingdom High Commission in Nigeria says it provided the newly inaugurated head office of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) with special information technology (IT) software to carry out anti-graft assignment. The High Commission shared the news of its support for the Nigeria agency on its verified Twitter handle. The Commission said the UK had given a boost with specialized IT software to the new EFCC head office. The digital upgrade will enable the EFCC become the most advanced anti-corruption agency in the region. President Muhammadu Buhari formally inaugurated the new building of the EFCC. The inauguration had former South African President Thabo Mbeki, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Patricia Scotland, Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele in attendance. Away from that now, Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command has confirmed the arrest of 60 members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria in the territory during a violent protest in Abuja. You will recall that the group defied warning from the police and staged the violent protest to demand for the release of their leader, Ibrahim al-Zakzaki, who had been in detention since 2016. The spokesman for the police in Abuja, Deputy Superintendent of the Police, Anjunguri Manza, confirmed the arrest of 2 journalists in an interview at Garki Hospital. Manza, who said those citizens had rights to protest, advised that they should do that in a civil manner and not disturb public peace. And now to the health sector, the Senate has resolved to intervene in the current crisis between the federal government and the workers in the health sector. It warned that the ongoing industrial action by the health personnel will worsen if Nigerians should experience an Ebola outbreak. The upper chamber of the National Assembly also called for screening of passengers at the port, adding that health institutions should be put on red alert because of the Ebola outbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo. The Senate also urged Nigerians who travel to other African countries to ensure the utmost level of care to avoid getting infected. And still on health, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has called for a high level of vigilance by the airlines, especially those operating international and regional flights into the country. General Manager, Public Affairs, NCAA, Sam Nduru-Boye, made the call in a statement issued in Lagos to journalists. Nduru-Boye said a circular had been signed by the agency's Director General, Captain Mokhtar Usman, has been dispatched to all the airlines. He further explained that the airlines were informed of the outbreak of Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, on May the 8th. The General Manager, however, said the outbreak in DRC is yet to be declared by the World Health Organization. The NCAA, Federal Ministry of Health, and all other relevant agencies have been taking concerted steps to ensure the virus does not creep into Nigeria. You're watching Superscreen News R10. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you business news. Please stay with us. Glad to have you back. And now to business news. The National Assembly has raised the 2018 budget by over 508 billion, bringing it to 9.12 trillion naira. The new budget size is contained in a report of the Joint Senate and House of Representatives Committee on Appropriation laid before lawmakers in Abuja. The crude oil benchmark price of the budget, which was increased from $45 to $50.5, confirmed an exclusive story by journalists that lawmakers had proposed to increase the benchmark because of the steady rise in the global price of crude from about 50% per barrel in November 2017. At the House of Representatives, the Chairman, Committee on Appropriation, Mustafa Baladawaki, presented the report to the House section, which was presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Yusuf Lasson. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has released the Consumer Price Index (CPI), which measures inflation, with the index dropping from 13.34% in March to 12.48% in April. In the report, April is the 15th consecutive month which the inflation rate will be experiencing a decline. On a month-on-month basis, the headline index increased by 0.83% in the April 2018, up to 0.01 percentage points from the rate recorded in March. The NBS report stated that the urban inflation rate dropped to 12.89% year-on-year in April from 13.75% recorded in March, while the rural inflation rate also eased by 12.13% in April from 12.99% a month earlier. Debt Management Office (DMO) says federal government has offered for subscription by 70 billion naira worth of bonds in its May the 23rd auction. The offer circular obtained from Abuja stated that it will sell 20 billion naira of a 5-year reopening issue maturing in April 2023 at 12.75%. DMO says it will also sell 20 billion naira 7-year reopening bond to mature in March 2025 at 13.53% and another 30 billion naira 10-year reopening bond at 13.98% to mature in February 2028. Nigerian issues sovereign bonds monthly to support the local bond market, create a benchmark for corporate insurance, and funds its budget deficits. Still on business, the Nigerian Senate aspires the repeal and reenactment of the Companies and Applied Matters Act (CAMA), which the legislative body termed the biggest business reform bill in Nigeria in over 28 years. The Senate shared benefits of the bill, which include making Nigeria's business environment as competitive as its counterparts around the world. Another benefit, the removal of the unnecessary regulatory provisions for small companies. Speaking on the passage of the new bill, the Senate President Bukola Saraki said passage of the repeal and the reenactment of the Companies and Applied Matters Act is a significant milestone in the legislative agenda. If you're just joining us, you're watching Superscreen News R10. We'll take another short break, and when we return, we'll bring you more news. Please stay with us. Glad to have you back, and over now